Right, that's another layer done, another revolution or whatever you call it. Let's see what voltage we've got. Is everything okay? No wires touching? Don't think so. 158. Okie doke. Blimey. As promised, now we've got another revolution on. I'll insulate that and I'll start on the chassis. Start assembling. At least it'll feel like I'm getting somewhere instead of just going round and round and round. More later. Right, that's the transformer with another layer of insulation on, another layer of windings. We're up to 160 volts AC. So as an incentive, let's pop these output transformers on. And the other thing is the AC component, you know, the mains in, and sort of get that into the amplifier as it were, and we can pop on the 2-speaker terminal, 4-speaker terminal things. I did make a boo-boo in that I didn't drill a hole for the terminations of the output transformer to go through, so I need to drill a couple of holes. No biggie. I don't think it'll chip the paint, or at least I hope it won't. Anyway, later. Holes drilled, grommets fitted. So we're hitting a first obstacle. Here's the switch. I've got my meter on continuity. Not switching. Well, it is, but not the way I thought it was. Get out of it. So basically it's 2 switches, but the action is different. I thought it was 1 switch here and 1 switch here, meaning that we can cut or switch out or switch off our neutral and our live of our mains, which is what you're supposed to do. Although in the old days they just used to switch the live or even the neutral, or as they call it in, I don't know what they call it in America, line or neutral I think. So yeah, but I've been through all my switches and I've got nothing like this, a toggle switch, a big toggle switch that will do. Well, I've got a big one, but obviously the switch body is a lot deeper. And I'm just going to throw everything out. So after I think the only sensible solution is, this is the same, you see, this one. The only sensible solution is to just put it in for now, just switch in the live, and then when I get another switch after Christmas I shall change it for a proper one. That's the only thing we can do. Right, let's get that fitted and start wiring the mains in. Alright, well that's the switch in, and then I'm just looking at putting the main socket on there, and I'm just looking at it thinking, well, where do we put the live, the neutral and the earth? And so I thought, right, well we'll just follow what an IEC does. I mean, I don't know what they used to do in the old days. Right, that's the main socket on with its little rubber boot, and the live going over to the fuse. Live should always go on the bottom of the fuse, so that when you pull the fuse out you don't get a shock. See, because this bit here that is nearest to the outside or to your fingers, that goes to your switch. And there's nothing connected to it because the fuse is disconnecting the mains, so there you won't get a shock. Right, I just remembered sitting having my morning coffee where that I had some single pole. I heard on the double pole single throw. These switches always bloody fox me. Double pole, right, so we've got 1, 2, so like 2 switches, a pole equals a switch, single throw. What the bloody hell would that be called then? Double pole, double throw. That'd be a double pole, double throw, wouldn't it? So you've got 2 poles, but you've got to go 1, 2 to switch each thing, not single throw. Anyway, a lot bigger. Let's see if it fits. Oh, it'll fit, but it's a tight squeeze, and I think it's going to be right in the way of that. Well, I know it's going to be right in the way of the mains transformer, but hopefully we can pull the transformer up. Right, well, I'll fit it, and we'll just have to wing it and see. Well, that's the mains wiring in, apart from the earth, the mains earth, which needs to go there. It can't go there underneath a transformer bolt. It has to have its own dedicated earth thingy, so it'll have to go there. It'll have to go there. I can't do that at the moment because I have more winding of the transformer to do. I need to get to the end of there. That's the goal I've set myself for the next sort of half hour. Here we go again. Right, that's one bobbin empty, and I need to go and put some more wire on the bobbin, but how much? Let us see how much we need. Right, I think it was 160 volts, wasn't it, last time? Everything okay, no wires touching. Okie dokie, hoo-hoo, 202, let's call that 200 volts. So we've put on 40 volts. Bloody hell, that doesn't seem much for a winding, does it? And I'm going to finish the last bit, because that's the deal I made with myself. And then we can put the other output transformer on there. I've just noticed, look. Oh, you twat. I've just noticed, look, that's at a tilt. Ah. You didn't notice that, did you? Oh, shit. Didn't notice that, did you? Oh, thankful for that. Right, anyway. Right. It doesn't look it, but according to my brain, that is 160 turns of wire that is needed to complete this transformer. I don't know bloody right. I was a bit distracted when I counted it. Oh well. Right, Ian Morgan were just asking about this transformer. What do you actually need for this amplifier? You don't need a transformer anywhere near as big as this. 1/3 of the power rating of this will do the job. This is about 160 VA. You only need about 50 at the most VA, so you could use a lot smaller toroid. However, the thing is, you use a smaller toroidal core, you need to put more windings on. So I put 1,100 and I don't know, about 1,100 turns for the HT. I don't know whether this is right or not, but if you say were to use 1/3 of the size, would that mean 1/3 of 3 times more windings? So 3,000 windings by hand? Yeah, better to use a bigger core if you got one. I mean, I just use these were all free, they didn't cost me a thing. The only thing they've cost me is time. So, I mean, this has already been dragging on frigging days because it's sort of near Christmas, hospital appointments, blah blah blah. So it's been dragging on a long time. If I had to put on another 3 times that, I think I would probably go insane. And I certainly couldn't be knocking out a YouTube video every day. You'd never see me, probably for 3 years or something like that. Yeah. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Having discovered in the last bit that because of this tag strip here, our transformers are going downhill, I've decided to leave them. It doesn't really make that much of a difference. And anyway, this way they'll go faster because they're like a sort of racing bike or a cafe racer with clip-ons. Arse in the air, head down, will be good. You look fine, don't worry about it. You can worry about details. So anywho, we've got our what's it called, switch, which needs a little bit of a clean, a fuse holder with a wonky top on, but we've got to keep it aligned now so the fuse is all straight and lovely. Our thing with there is all good, and our second output transformer is ready to go with all the wiring on. And then I hit on a cunning plan regarding the earth or ground wire for the secondary, what do you call it, winding. It was underneath a post or a screw before, but we don't want that, because we don't want that going to chassis ground, because we don't want multiple ground points to chassis to reduce hum. So therefore, if we said that like the ground was here, here is a winding for the 600 ohm winding, which possibly might be able to be used for headphones, but that's in the future. So what I've done, I've popped the ground from over here to here, so that it's not floating about, because we do not want that to fall off. If it did, we'd be in deep shit. That's the speaker outputs wired up, the mains earthed, and from the back, and that's the arse end of the amplifier. Fuse, main switch, speaker outputs as mentioned, mains input, blah blah blah, output transformers. Seems we've got a split in that one. I'm not worried, I'm not going to over worry and panic about details. Life's too short. So I've got some more, what do you call it, winding, mains transformer winding to do. Nearly there.